All right, so Coach, introduce these two. Tell me why you brought them today.
We got Tegan Huey. She is our only senior. Probably would have brought her anyway, but that's one of the reasons why she's here is, she's senior on the group, leader, and this is Camilla Dawsey. She's the only junior we have. So these two are the most, senior type kids that we have from a leadership standpoint. They've both been doing a really good job. Both of them really kind of exemplify kind of what we want our kids to kind of be about, in the way they carry themselves. So, that's they're here because they're upperclassmen, but that's not the only reason why they're here.
Yeah, for sure. So what have you seen over the summer? I imagine there's some growing up to do.
Yeah, it's a completely different team.
Mm-hmm.
We lost 9 kids off the group we had last year. 7 of them were seniors and a couple of others just, through natural attrition and things of that nature. And so this is a completely different group. We've got 14 kids that's been working out with us every morning, and 10 of those 14 are 8th or 9th graders.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a young crew. It's a completely different group. And that's why, Tegan and Camilla and some of the others that we have that are coming back, it's been that much more important for them to try to, kind of lead and show them the ropes, a little bit. So, this summer for us was just a lot of, but anyway, this summer for us, it was just, we were just in there teaching. It was just teaching, trying to kind of learn how we want to play, and that was really the best approach for us this summer. Is we didn't need to get out and play a bunch of games. We need to try to get in to understand what we're about and try to learn, and so we stayed in the gym a lot. Our preseason's been good. We've got a good group of kids. We're super young, but the chemistry's really good. They really get along. So, I've been pleased from that standpoint.
Yeah. Girls, just kind of tell me what you've seen from this team so far that has you looking forward to it this year.
So our team, like Coach said, is really young, but every single one of our players are ready to go. Every single one of our players are very ambitious and eager to learn. Everybody might not get it on the first try, but the biggest thing is our effort. And I think we continue to show that we're going to put forth effort every day just by being at practice, being there on time and ready to go every day.
About you, T?
This team's definitely going to be better than last year as effort standpoint. We're going to be a lot faster on the court. So we've got so many young girls who are just ready to play, and we're going to be really aggressive this year. So,
what's your role as the senior?
Just leadership. Just try and get the girls younger than me, on the same page as everyone, and putting in effort is that's what we need.
Yeah.
They kid a little bit like she's team mom. But you have to have people fill that role, a little bit. So she's kind of taken on that. She's done a good job.
Yeah. So what's kind of the progression? Is this team gonna play a little bit different than ones in the past, or what?
I really appreciated the group that we had that just left.
Mm-hmm.
They really made a lot of progress in the 2 years. We had that big junior class that just left, the senior class that just left. And, but now it's a complete reset, everything that you kind of felt like you were kind of accomplishing with that group, they moved on, and now you've got this young group. And the thing about this group is, I like our players. We've got some kids that they've got some good ability and that are going to be good players. The question's going to be how quickly can they grow up in that way. So you know, I think we can probably play a little bit faster, you know, like Tegan said. And, you know, there's some things that will fit this group a little bit better in terms of style of play, maybe, that we would have preferred to have done maybe in the past, but couldn't, you know, we tried to fit it to where it kind of fit our personnel. So we'll see, you know, I mean, I feel good about the number of kids I think we could potentially play in a rotation. You know, so, and that allows you to play a little different way too sometimes, you know, when you can have more that can play. So, you know, we're optimistic about where we are, and we realize we've got a lot of work to do. And I think as the season goes on, we'll grow up and grow up and grow up. But I like the kids that we have.
Yeah. No, that's I don't know how you do it. That's so many young ones.
It's the youngest group I've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a lot of them, and this is by far the youngest group we've ever had. When I look at the roster, it's almost, you know, I have to kind of, and we've got some 8th graders that, you know, they'll do both. They'll play at the middle school and they'll play with us some too. You know, they're in there working with us every day too, and we've got a couple of them we think that can help us this year a little bit too. So, you know, it's a young group, but it's a good group, you know, and I really like, you could feel this summer the way that they the chemistry between the group was good. And I feel like that's carried over. So yeah, I mean, that's always nice, you know, when you don't have to worry about how those pieces fit together like that.
Yeah. What kind of things can y'all do to make sure that some of those 8th and 9th graders feel like they're part of the team, like, hey, we need you, like you're an important part of what we're doing here? How do y'all kind of help with that?
I mean, we include them in everything, and we're really close with them, like really close with them. So I think that they have confidence on our team because, you know, we encourage them and everything.
For me, I think making sure that they know that we trust them. We go out our way to talk to them outside of basketball, outside of school. We talk to them, making sure they know that they can talk to us. If they don't understand something, they can come to us and come to coach, making sure that they feel comfortable in not just plays, not just offense, not just defense, but inside and outside of school.
Yeah.
I think they've done a really good job of that, of really just encompassing them and everything. And we've tried to make them feel that way, you know, so I mean, I've been really pleased from that standpoint. There hasn't been any kind of disconnect really between the two. That's something they've really done a good job of.
Yeah. So with the younger ones, like what are the biggest growth steps? Like, is it you see flashes of talent, they just don't know it yet, or they aren't able to do it 100% of the time yet? Like, what does that look like with a younger player trying to figure it out?
Well, you know, we call it principles of play. That's what our term for it, and essentially that's the habits that you build that go into playing the way that we would like to play. You really have to establish that first before anything else really matters. So for them this summer, they have taken huge strides in that way of really kind of understanding that's how to play. And then everything else kind of comes after that. But we've got some, and sometimes you don't even know what you don't know, you know, and they're learning that every single day. You know, we try to work on those habits every single day. But you're already seeing that growth in a lot of ways. But until you kind of get in the live fire, you know, there's only so much growth, you know, that's when more growth happens, and we haven't had that yet. So there'll be a lot of that, you know, there'll be some growing pains in that way, I'm sure. But to just kind of hit on what both our players talked about, the attitude about that is really good. You know, the want to learn and try to soak everything up has been really good. They do a good job in the weight room. You know, I mean, we've got a good group. It's just, you know, it's going to be a process getting there, and I think they understand that, and I certainly understand that. I'm going to be patient in that way, you know. But we're also not going to use that as an excuse, as a crutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls, give me somebody or a couple players that you've seen that have been really impressive, have really stood out in their growth and what they've been doing.
Elle Smith is an 8th grader, and she's like really wanting to be there every day and learn and play with us. And I think she's going to be a good player when she's older, and right now if she learns and catches up to all we've known. And then Chanel Hunter, she's definitely going to be a big impact on our team this year.
Sia Roberts, she has an amazing understanding, and I think her basketball IQ is really good. She's also an 8th grader, and you know, she wants to get that information in. Also, Lindley Franks, she's played with us a little bit in the past, and you really start to see the growth from the past times that she's played with us. Her basketball IQ is really good. She's an amazing shooter, and where she lacks, she's eager to get better. So
Nyla Calhoun is also somebody, you know, she played with us the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it seems weird, you know, she's just a 9th grader, but she's been around, you know,
Yeah.
so she's got some experience coming in. So, you know, we expect her to continue to kind of get better, and she has, you know, so got a lot of young ones that we're excited about.
So what defines success for this year's team?
You know, I said last year that we had gotten to the point to where in year 2 we had gotten in area play where it was competitive. You know, we dropped a couple of really close ones that we felt like could have changed a lot in the area if we could, you know, 2-point game home against Helena, 1-point game at home against Pelham. Well, now, you know, that group moved on, and now it's a reset here. But, you know, we expect to be competitive. You know, we want to be competitive. We want to be, you know, right there in the mix. And like I said, we're young and we know that, but we're not going in saying that that's any kind of excuse for anything else other than us to be competitive, you know. So we expect to be, you know.
Girls, anything else we need to know about this year's team?
I think we're going to be competitive this year, like Coach said. Just a lot of improvement I think we're going to have throughout the season. Like December might be rough, but January might look good.
Awesome.
yeah, the more we, you know, play, the better we get together as a team, growing together. I mean, nobody can count us out. I mean, no matter how we start, I know that we can finish to the best of our abilities, and that's what we're going to try our best to do.
Awesome.